Alright, so what is good everyone? It's your boy Chris here, back with another Jujutsu Infinite video. Now in this video, we're actually going to be talking about the best PVE build, which is player vs Earth. And now there's a lot of controversy whether ratio is the best to use, whether what's called Volcano is the best to use, and to be honest, I'm kind of leaning a little more towards ratio, and ratio is just really overall broken for what it is, and it does like an insane amount of damage, but not by itself alone, so that's why I'm going to be pairing it with the most important innates, which is going to be Star Rage and Curse Queen. Infinity isn't really too necessary. You can probably fill that in with Volcano, but I definitely do recommend either having what's called Star Rage or Energy Blast. And now I actually am using what's called 4 innate slots. Now this is a little pay to win, I guess you could say, but you definitely don't need this. All you really need here is just ratio or Curse Queen or ratio and Star Rage, just whatever you prefer. I feel like what's called Curse Queen's probably the best for what's called grab, and now that does an insane amount of damage and etc. I actually don't have it shown here, but I've actually used a domain expansion here. It's not really a complete domain since I only have what's called an incomplete domain, and I don't really have like a domain shard yet. But yeah, this is only used ever when I'm fighting what's called like Sukuna and etc. Jacob's Ladder is just something I have just in case it's called I'm in Sukuna's domain and I need to move that could kill him like really quick. That's always really good. Curse Queen Energy Blast, probably one of the best moves from Rika's what's called innates. Star Rage Jupiter, really good move overall. Star Rage is probably one of the best. You could swap these out with whatever. This is personally what I recommend. 7-3's technique from ratio. This is the one that allows you to do a lot of damage. I'll explain actually how you can actually use this properly. Ghastly Fish, really good, big insane radius, and yeah, Terra, really good move, does a lot of damage, really broken. On Raven output, that kind of comes into play after 7-3 strike. And then I already explained Jacob's Ladder. Hollow Purple is just what's called something I like to use whenever what's called I'm starting up a match, just to get some easy free damage. But yeah, I'm actually talking about my stats since that's could probably be the most important. So now technique, we're obviously trying to go for the most damage as much as possible. Now you don't have to go all the way. I'm just going for chancing because chancing is going to boost your damage, etc. Now, I've seen some people do some builds with Divergent Fist, and this is also really good because it reflects off what's called your technique as well. Yeah, I just kind of went all the way right here. Barrier Mastery, I'm only using because I have an incomplete domain. If you don't have an incomplete domain or you haven't got there yet, you don't really need to use it. You can kind of hold off on your points or what's called just don't touch it and just put it wherever you want, honestly. Focus, I'm going all focus for like max amount of damage for Black Flash. Now, I just went all the way down here, Sparkle Flash, which is not necessary, but this is what I'm doing. I went down Black Proficiency 1, just went all the way down here, just get as much damage as I could. I couldn't finish this one off, but it's fine. But yeah, I also did go for lock-in since it does give you a big increase in gain, so it's pretty good in your focus gain. Total concentration, that's definitely a must to have, and the rest you really don't need. If you really want like an extra focus zone, that's a focus token, that's up to you. I just really don't see the need for it, just because of how much damage you're doing, and 15 stamp points is a decent amount. So yeah, health I don't really give too much on. Now in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, when I kind of transitioned to this build, I was kind of thinking of going back to what's called having a lot of HP, but once you just adjust a little more, it honestly gets a lot better. You really don't need reverse curse technique at all, since it doesn't really increase your HP like too much. It only gives you like 500, and I have what's called currently 9.2k, and I probably could get more if I just had like better equipment overall, which is what we'll talk about after. And strength, I just increased a little because I want to be doing a little more damage with my M1, just in case I run out of what's called my ratios or just any like techniques at all. So I just went up to here. You could go up a little more if you really want. This would be what's called pretty good if you don't want to go to chanting, I'd say. And you could also grab what's called triple kick if you kind of want to make this into a PvP build. Uplift as well, or just whatever one works to your preference. Yeah, all the innates here I'm using is ratio, Star Rage of course because it's really important, Curse Queen and Infinity. And this is because I'm using what's called 4 slots in the video, and I think that's probably the best way to go for me. And yeah, as for the skills I'm using here, I'm using Energy Blast, Star Rage Jupiter, Ratio Technique, and Ghastly Fist. I feel like Ghastly Fist is like a must-have since it does like an insane amount of damage, especially what's called when you do Yuto's domain extension. Star Rage Terra does a lot of damage. Ratio Technique, Raven output, basically boosts what's called the amount of damage you do. Ratio does like up to 2.2k max, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong. Maximum Ladder, already explained. I have this just in case I need to kill what's called Sukuna or anyone else, and I see like fast damage. Infinity Hollow Purple, just like a little starter move, that's it. And now if I were really to adjust this, honestly, you could technically what's called add Infinity Reversal Red for Jupiter or maybe Terra, but I wouldn't really recommend it since these are all going for high DPS. But yeah, this is the equipment I'm using. I'm using Demon Face. It's probably not the best, but I'm still grinding on my equipment a little. I'll probably be releasing a video on how to get some better equipment overall. But yeah, I'm using Cryotech suit because it's probably the best I have right now. Special grade sorcerer, you get this when you kind of rank special grade. It's not bad. And if you're wondering why I'm not what's called going off equip best gear and not using the special grade pants here, it's because they actually don't stack. Now if you notice here, you'll deal 25% extra damage to all curses. This will not stack if you have the same equipment. So I was at first thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, 50% damage extra to all curses, that's pretty good, right? But I saw some other videos saying what's called they don't stack, so I just decided to use these ones right here. Now they gave me a pretty decent amount. They gave me 51.5 health and 32.2 strength, which is pretty good for my M1s. Molten rings are something I'm using for now, since it's the best I have as well. It gives me 32 strength and 32.9 technique. Not bad. Slaughter demon, I really don't use it too much if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah. Now the most optimal equipment you're probably gonna want to be using is you want to be using Jugon's what's called outerwear, which is gonna be right here. Cloak of Inferno. I'm kind of grinding towards it. So yeah, second one you're all gonna be wanting for like instead of Sukuna's face, it's gonna be right here. You'll be wanting eyes inside. I'm not sure which one it is. I just know it's one of the eyes, so apologies for that. And for the shirt, you're gonna be wanting what's called demonic robe and demonic toby. Just whatever one you want, you can adjust a little. But yeah, let's actually show you guys how this thing works. Now I'll go ahead and start with one of the first bosses, which is gonna be Finger Bearer. Now I'll explain how I what's called actually do this pretty quick. I think it usually takes me around like a minute or less, I'm pretty sure. So it's pretty quick overall. And if you guys have any recommendations on what could be better, or just overall your PvE builds, I would really want to know like in the comments. It does help me a lot. So just slash buff here. Pretty sure I could do without it, but yeah. Okay, do that. Okay, I'm gonna just go up here. Pull out hollow purple. Always do this at the start, because it gives you iframes and will protect you. Perfect. It's easy free damage right there. So now that what's called ratio strike is red, you see that? And hit him with output. I usually like placing my gas fish right there. Also dodge this. Dodge that. Now we'll just pop out what's called my Terra. Put out energy blast. Hit him with black flashes. And one more move. Kind of where output comes into play. And so yeah, it was pretty quick overall, not gonna lie. And it was a little what's called a little fast paced, but sorry I couldn't really explain it too much. Kind of got a little too deep into it, but if you look here, something like a minute, probably 40 seconds or so. So really good. There's a lot of damage. And you can easily get a similar time with Sukuna if you really master it pretty good. So I'll actually show you how it goes against Sukuna. Okay, now before I actually forget about what's called Juron, let's actually do him before Sukuna. So that's probably gonna be important. And I'm pretty sure some people are gonna be guarding for Cloak of Inferno, so I'll show you that. This works pretty good with all bosses. So I'm kind of gonna be following the same routine here. I'm gonna what's called wait till it's like boss like loads in, or character loads in. I'm always gonna pop a buff as always. And after that I'm just gonna pop the hollow purple. So 1 second. Hold that out. And now as soon as this what's called finishes and he's on the ground, I'm gonna pop Ghastly Fist. And this hollow purple's already giving me some red. Okay, I didn't miss that sadly, but I'm what's called M1s and wait until what's called ratio is red again. Do that. I'm hitting him with this, do that. Now, usually what I like doing here is what's called making sure that he can't pop his domain before me, so hit him a little more. Gotta get ready to pop what's called actually my domainer now. He's doing a bit of damage, but it's all good. So I'll do like one more hit with Jupiter, and then I'll pop my domain. Okay. Dodge this. I'm kind of shooting up a little, my bad. It's going a little slower than usual with this. And there we go. Pop my domain. It's perfect. Leafus. Terra. I was hitting a bunch of black flashes if we can. There we go. Okay, might die here a little. So it's good though. Black flash, please. Okay, don't die here, please. Okay, I'm almost on a little. It's all good though. Do this. Hit him with ratio technique. And there we go. That was under like 2 minutes, I think. Maybe like a minute 30. And that's because like I was like kind of stalling a little. But yeah. Yeah, but you can definitely get this what's called done like probably in a minute or less. It's like I said, it's kind of because I screwed up a little. I don't know why, but we'll just go back and I'll actually show you guys how it goes against Sukuna. It's pretty similar. So yeah. Alright, so like always, you need to pop our buffs. Perfect. Go wait for his character to load in. Go what's called hollow purple. Then yeah, same as Jugon basically. It's good. He did hit him, that's big. Let's go here, back a little. Okay, kinda screwed up that. That's all cool. Terra. Okay, my M1s from Black Flash off. Domain expansion before it does his. I'll just slash his. Okay, if it's gonna let me, I should last. Try to use, save one more black flash. I should be good. Back up a little. Please shake up ladders in case. Always gotta have. I don't think that's gonna finish him off though, dude, is it? Okay, let's get by these slashes. What's that? Good finish. So yeah, it was pretty quick, I think. It's like a minute 40. Minus my talking, it was like kind of a minute 30-ish. So it's definitely really efficient. Ratio's like really broken. You guys can probably do it like a lot more quicker than me because I'm still what's called adjusting to it. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. If you guys do have what's called innate recommendations that I could replace them with, or ones that you think are better, I would definitely love to hear it. And I think this build is like really good overall for what's called bosses. I think for investigations, it might be pretty decent overall, but probably not the best. You might want to do like a different build for that. So yeah, if you guys thought this video was useful, I would really appreciate if you guys could like and subscribe because we are like 50 off from 1K, and it would really appreciate a lot to me. So either way guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. So peace.